What is up, guys? It's your boy Archie back again on Trini Vlogs. So today we're going to be showing you all how to change your auxiliary battery on a BMW F30. Let's go. Alright guys, so in the BMW 330 model there are actually three batteries. We have the regular 12 volt battery in the boot. We also have the hybrid battery, which makes the vehicle essentially a plug-in hybrid that charges the vehicle and allows it to be driven in electric mode only. Also in the boot, under the boot floor basically. And then there's also a third battery in the engine bay at the front of the vehicle. That is the auxiliary battery, which is in charge of the start-stop function of the vehicle. So essentially it starts the engine for the engine to kick in to assist the electric motor. And yeah, that's the purpose of the auxiliary battery, as well as to run some of the electricals in the vehicle. So lately I've been getting an ignition error, and after diagnosing and using one of the scan tools that I have, shows up that it's the auxiliary battery that needs changing. So just going to show you all the error that's coming up, and then we'll proceed to change the battery. So here we go, starting up. And yeah, in the electric vehicles, it just switches to ready. And to get the engine going, we heard a couple clicks there. So it tried to start the first time and it didn't. And that's because the auxiliary battery is going bad. You see, you have the ignition fall that comes up for a few seconds and then disappears from here. That's because the vehicle tried starting and it failed because the auxiliary battery didn't have enough power to start the vehicle on the first try. So that's some of the symptoms you get when your auxiliary battery is going. And yeah, if you scan it, you usually get a pinion starter error. And yeah, that's basically the error we're getting. And after diagnosing it, we realize that it is the auxiliary battery going bad. Lifetime is usually around 3 years for the battery, and mine is just past the 3-year mark, so it's about time that it should be going out of life as well. So let's get going and replace this battery. Alright, so first up guys, you make sure your car is switched off. Then obviously you need to go into your boot. You can place a towel here to make sure that when your battery is disconnected, your trunk doesn't close and you get locked out of your vehicle. You can also leave a window roll down here, and I've also dropped the back seats just in case you need to get access to the trunk. So first step is to just open your panel here and pull this part down. So a 12 volt battery as well as the connector and disconnector for the hybrid battery is located behind this flap here. So you just pull down the two latches and flop this part down. Then here we have the high volt connector for the hybrid battery, which we need to disconnect. And under here, removing your jack and tow hook part here, you'll get access to a 12 volt battery. So here we have access to a 12 volt battery, which we also need to be disconnecting the positive pole from. So this is basically the high volt connector for the battery. This is the off and on switch. So you just need to pull this tab out, this part here. Then you press the tab down and pull the entire black part out as well. And you'll see there's a little off switch. So I'm just going to pull it out and then show you guys the off switch. So this is it with the tab pulled down and pulling the entire switch out. And here's the off switch, which indicates that the battery is disconnected. So high voltage battery is disconnected here. Ideally, you should place a lock here through this little part and lock it so that it can't go back into the on position. So you just need to do that and set this aside. So as a precautionary method guys, on the hybrid models, you need to check to make sure the high voltage system is disconnected after taking the switch off there. So you just turn the ignition on and there should be a message saying high voltage system disconnected. So here we have the message, high voltage system disconnected. So here we have the message, high voltage system disconnected. So we're sure that the hybrid battery is disconnected. So switch off again and we continue the procedure. Alright guys, so next step on the earth battery terminal, we're going to be slackening this nut here to 10 spanner and just removing the terminal from the battery. So next step is to just remove this plastic cover in the engine bay. Pop this off, and then there are some screws that we're going to be removing to get access to this part here. In the engine bay here, the auxiliary battery is located on the right hand side and the right hand drive models. This is on the passenger side. So yeah, we're going to be removing these screws here, 4 screws, to get access to the battery under this cover. Quick note, the 4 screws here are all T30 torque screws. So you need a T30 screwdriver to remove them. So with the nuts removed, just pull off the cover, and here we have access to the auxiliary battery. So this is a quick look at the auxiliary battery. See, it's a BMW battery made by Vata. The replacement battery that I had to order, we actually ordered straight from Vata. It's just a Vata battery rebranded as BMW. So next step now, this is a quick look at the location in the engine bay. So next step now is to disconnect the negative terminal again here. So just going to be loosening this screw and then removing the negative terminal. After disconnecting the negative terminal here, also going to be disconnecting the positive terminal. So just slackening these 2 screws and removing the positive terminal as well. Next step would just be to disconnect this overflow hose here. This is the overflow from the battery. So disconnect that. Then there are 2 rivets here on the positive terminal. This would focus. So on the left side of the battery here, there are 2 expanding rivets here. Just need to slacken those and then remove this whole positive terminal and secure the positive battery pole terminal here. Alright guys, so next step is to just remove this little tab from here. So you just need to remove this little tab from in here to get this little device out of the way here, and it will give you access to the bolt here that's holding the battery in place. So you just need to pull this out of the tab in there and you get access to the nut there, and you'll just be unscrewing the nut and then we should be able to take the battery out. Okay, so the first connector here just needs to be pried out of the side like this. This second one, the clip here, it's a little bit more tricky. So basically it's like this. Just need to tilt it 90 degrees and then pull it out and up. Takes a little bit of wiggling to get it out of there, but yeah, it's finally out. And now we're just going to slacken the screw and we should be able to remove the battery. So after unlocking the nut here and loosening it, doing the same thing on this side. Gonna be loosening this nut and then we should be able to push back the tab there and release the battery. Okay guys, so after removing the screw from here, it's a pretty long bolt. You're gonna be using flathead screwdriver. If you look here, you need to just push it in here and pry it towards the engine side. So you're gonna be prying it this way to release the battery. You might not be able to do it at first. I had to wiggle the battery a little bit like this, and then you would see the moving part in there that you need to pry to open. And yeah, once it's released, you'll just be pushing it. You get the screwdriver wedge in there and then push it towards the engine side like this, and it releases the battery. And now we could just hold the battery and remove it. Alright, so when you remove the battery, have this little, I guess it's for noise reduction. It's a little padded piece of foam thing to prevent the battery from rattling in the engine bay I guess. So remove this as well, and you'll be placing it on your new battery. So we have the new Vata battery here. Also remember, on the old battery you need to remove this overflow line here. So you just be removing it from your old battery and attaching it to your new battery as well in the engine bay. One other thing to note, the new battery comes with these two overflow plugs here on either side. Don't remove the two, you'll just be removing one side to insert the overflow hose into. So as you can see, the old battery here still has one plug on the side right here. So on this one we'll just be removing this plug and inserting the overflow hose. So quick look at this is the old battery here, old auxiliary battery. This one is a new replacement here. So we attach the overflow hose to the new battery on the positive terminal side and put on the little shield here. Guessing it's to prevent vibration because it's nice and soft, and we're ready to install the new battery back into the engine bay. Here guys, so the connectors, we insert them into the holders here and here before we insert in the battery, else they are very difficult to put back in place. So after I connect them, we insert the battery and then we continue from there. Alright guys, so new battery in place. I have the overflow hose here connecting back to here. Make sure it's not kinked and it's actually angled downwards for the flow to go smoothly. Next step would be to use your screwdriver and flick back the locking mechanism there to lock the battery. We insert the screws on the left here and here, and we attach all your wiring and your battery poles. Alright, so battery back in place. We have the bolts tightened here, one on this side, one on this side with the mount here, so battery can't move, nice and steady. Next step is to fix back this positive connector here with the two expanding rivets. Then we're going to be plugging back in these connectors and attaching back the two battery poles. Alright guys, so the light is not the best, but backtracking a quick step here. So before you reinsert the battery, the connectors here, we insert them into the holders here. Here guys, so the connectors, we insert them into the holders here and here before we insert in the battery, else they are very difficult to put back in place. So after I connect them, we insert the battery and then we continue from there. Alright guys, so final check. You have your poles back in place, your connectors here, negative terminal. Make sure you tighten your screws, your nuts on the poles correctly. Everything nice and secure. Last step is to replace your covers. We have this cover going back here, next cover on the side, and then we connect your battery terminal in the trunk. One thing to note here with your battery, make sure you have your overflow hose connected to the end with the positive terminal here. Runs off to this little overflow place here, and you have your cap for your other overflow on the battery here. So one side needs to be capped, one side you have your overflow cable, and that's it. Just going to reattach the covers and reattach the trunk battery and we should be complete. Right guys, so both covers back in place. Make sure you didn't leave anything in your engine bay, and just connect your battery connectors in your trunk. Alright guys, so next step would be to just reconnect your negative terminal, and then to reconnect your high voltage electrical system, you need to reinsert your spanner into this part here. So you'll be inserting your flathead screwdriver into here and then simultaneously pushing in this entire part here. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like locked back in place. Whole thing pushes together. So you insert your screwdriver here, push down, then press back your red part this way, and then you push the whole thing together and it's locked and it's in the on state here. Just replace it into the holder there. And that's the final step, and we're finished. Alright guys, so forgot to shoot our outro for this video. If this video helped you guys out, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below if you guys have any issues with the install. We'll try to reply back and help you guys out. The install is pretty simple. It shouldn't really take more than about 45 minutes to an hour without any problems, maybe even less than that if the video helps you guys out. And yeah guys, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, share the video with anyone who may need help, and we'll see you guys for the next one. More stuff coming soon. Trini Vlogs out.